Welcome to the 2011 NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament First Round Dayton Regional Press Conference. We have here Georgia Tech, and with us is Metra, Walthour, and Alex Montgomery, and head coach MaChelle Joseph. And we are going to just open it up for questions.
Coach, Dan Goldberger, RamblinRec.com, Georgia Tech. Talk a little bit about the team experience last year, coming in, top big 6 seed, and then you fell to Arkansas Little Rock. Talk about what you talked to the team this year about that.
Well, I think one of the things we're excited about coming into this tournament is we have 7 upperclassmen, which we've been in 5 NCAA tournaments in a row, but we've never had this many experienced veterans that have a tremendous amount of experience, not only playing in the NCAA tournament, but also starting and playing quality minutes in the NCAA tournament. So one of the differences from this year to last year is that we have 7 upperclassmen that really are veterans at not only playing in the NCAA tournament postseason play. So we learned a lot from that experience last year. We learned not to overlook anybody, so I highly doubt that's ever going to happen again. We come into this tournament, we feel like we've got seeded 5th, and we feel like throughout the course of the season, we earned that seed with playing the 16th toughest schedule in the country. So we're excited to be here. We're excited about the opportunities that are in front of us.
Alex, Jim Massey, Columbus Dispatch. Your schedule is very good, which is Connecticut, Tennessee, and the ACC stuff. How has that helped? In what ways has that helped your team to play a schedule like that this year?
In the beginning of the season, Coach, put us up against the best, and she gave us a great game plan, and that just gave us a good opportunity, to go out there and show what we're about. So Bowling Green is the same team as Tennessee. We've seen, but we're going to go out there with it all.
For both players and also for the coach. You're a 5th seed, but it's almost like the NCAA stacked the deck against it, that you've got to come up to Ohio and play certainly one Ohio team and possibly a second Ohio team. Do you think this is fair where you were sent?
Well, first of all, with all due respect to the NCAA committee, we felt as though the last couple of years we've been sent, for whatever reason, I guess because I played in the Big Ten, we've been sent to the Big Ten every year, but or to the Midwest. But we've been sent to a home court the last 3 years. And so one of the things I told our kids that we were going to do is go out and play the best teams in the country and upgrade our schedule to put ourselves in a position not to have to do that. We went out, we played the 16th best schedule in the country. We had an 18 RPI. We swept North Carolina, beat Georgia by 16, beat Maryland, the 13th team in the country. Won 6 of our last 11 games, actually 7 of our last 11. So, we felt like we put ourselves in a position not to be sent to somebody's home court. We North Carolina sent to a neutral floor. We swept them. We had a higher RPI, a higher strength of schedule. So, yes, I am a little bit confused about that, how you justify that. But one of the things I told our players is, year long, we've had to earn respect. For some reason, we couldn't get ranked in the top 25. We've beaten 4 top 20 teams, and yes, we have 10 losses. 1's to Tennessee, 1's to UConn, 2's to Duke, 1's to Maryland, and 1's to Miami, who's ranked in the top 10. So we've not lost. We have no bad losses on our schedule. We've played a tremendous schedule, a very competitive schedule, and we've been very successful at it. So to say we were disappointed in our seed. I expected to be a 4 or 5 seed, but I expected to be a 5 seed on a neutral floor. Yes, I am disappointed, but it is what it is now, and it's not what happens to us, it's how we respond to it. And we're here to earn some respect for our program because we obviously felt like we weren't put in a position to showing some respect for body of work. The NCAA talks about body of work, and we feel as though we had a tremendous body of work. If the 16th best schedule in the country can't get you on a neutral floor with a 23-10 record, then maybe I'm better off. I look at Miami has a strength of schedule of 65, and they get a 3 seed. Maybe I'm better off to play every home game in the pre-conference at home and win all those games and then maybe I won't get sent to a home court. But right now, we're not looking at Ohio State, their home court. You know, we're looking at Bowling Green. We're on a neutral floor in their home state, 2 hours from where they are, and they do tremendously well. We have a lot of respect for Bowling Green and what their program represents. But you know, I'm proud of my kids. I know we're fearless. I know that we play with heart and a lot of intensity, and we'll come up and we'll go after the best, because that's what we've done all year.
Could you address that also?
Well, like Coach said, what's done is done now, and we're just looking to come out here and play one game at a time. You know, we can't look ahead to Ohio State and being on their home court right now. We're on taking one.
I agree. You know, we'll go out here and give it all. You know, we're gonna treat this court as a home court, even though they do have home court advantage. But I mean, it's nothing new.
Alex, this is your fourth straight NCAA tournament appearance. Talk about the little differences, thinking about your freshman year to now. What's your experience, the differences between now and then?
Freshman year, I didn't have a big enough role as I do now, and you know, I do have to put the team on my shoulders and just lead by example, knock down shots, come out there, you know, just run the team as usual. So.
Coach John Wagner from the Toledo Blade. I cover Bowling Green. Will you talk a little bit about, we're hearing about pressure defense. Will you just talk about your style of defense, style of play?
Sure. One of the things when we started building this program, 8 years ago, I said, we're going to build it on defense and rebounding, because your offense comes and goes, but your defense, your rebounding is something you can control. And so that's one of the things that we have relied on throughout the course of my tenure at Georgia Tech. Two of the past 4 years, we've led the nation in steals. We pride ourselves in our full court pressure defense. We'll press and trap and switch and deny, and we're going to press you coming out of the locker room. We're going to press you going into the locker room. That's just my personality. That's the way I coach. That's the way, the intensity level I expect my players to play like. We have 5 different presses, different types of defenses that we're going to use. We create our offense from our defense. It's not a secret. We've been pressing for 8 years, and we're going to probably press as long as I'm at Georgia Tech. So that's our philosophy. That's what.
I was kind of surprised when I saw that you were pressing, but the points per game is in the, am I correct in saying like mid-60s, something like that? I was expecting like 70, 80, 90. Will you talk about about that?
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the things is, when the scores are that low, we're playing the 16th toughest team schedule in the country. You know that we're doing a pretty good job on the defensive end. One of the things is when you press, you take time off the clock, so there's fewer possessions, so there's fewer opportunities to score. You look at teams like Maryland, you look at teams like North Carolina that lead the nation scoring an average 70 plus a game. But we hold them in the 50s and the 60s because when you're pressing, you're usually not even starting your offense till 15 seconds on the shot clock. So there's fewer possessions. Teams that don't press, they get up and down the floor quicker, they take quicker shots, there's more possessions, more opportunities to score. So what our pressing does is limit your opportunities to score, and therefore the scoring is lower.
Ladies, will you talk about playing in that style for both of you? Actually, I would have to assume that playing that athletic up and down the floor style that you favor that. Am I correct?
Oh yes, you're correct. It's very intense, exciting, brings a lot of energy, gets us going. Defensive wins games, and that's just where we started.
Yeah, it's pretty much been like that, since we've been here. So that's how we used to play, and that's how we like to play. So we look forward to every game.
Coach, you have played in this building, probably more than some of the Ohio State kids have, since they have the other place across the road now. But what's it like as an opponent to play in this building?
It's a great atmosphere. One of the things as a player, I always embraced it because I love the crowds. I love the fans here. They love women's basketball. They're very supportive of this team and this program, and that was always an honor for me in front of that many people. I have some great memories from here. It's where I broke the Big Ten scoring record, was here in St. John Arena. It was also where we clinched the Big Ten championship in '94. So I've had some success here and really have enjoyed my experiences at Ohio State. You know, I grew up an Ohio State football fan because I'm from Indiana, but an Indiana men's basketball fan. I went to Purdue, so I figured that out. But, you know, I have tremendous respect for this program, for this university, and what it represents. And so, you know, I'm honored to be here. When I talk about seeding, it's not in any way disrespectful to Ohio State. It's more about the NCAA committee and where they saw us. But